Hello, my name is Adon Hernandez, and this is a video response for the Common Core Standards, Unit 2. The one I actually looked at was the one in California, and there are about four standards, or four different ones that I actually want to cover that caught my attention, that interest me, and mainly because of my background experience, more in the fifth grade that I'm going to cover, and just because I have that background experience that I worked at teaching PE. The first one that I'm going to mention is Standard 2.3, and this one talks about explain how to adjust body position to catch a ball thrown off center. Related to my experience in teaching PE back when I did at elementary level, I remember doing fifth grade sports, and I remember covering baseball for a moment, and also because I actually coach a little bit for baseball too as well, but more talk about PE, teaching the PE class back when I did it, is teaching the students how to shuffle their feet in either a lateral or linear movement to center the ball so you could catch it at your chest and be in a ready position with a well-balanced position, and once you catch it, and after that get ready to a throwing position. So explaining to the kids what is the importance of having that footwork skill to be able to shuffle your feet either left to right or front and back. So that's very important, not just in baseball. It could be in football. It could be actually maybe in basketball, because you do chest passes a lot of time. A lot of times it could be an off throw, so you have to be able to move your feet. So moving your feet is very important, and developing our footwork skills is very important. And also, like when I coach baseball, many times that I coach younger kids at the age 10 and 12, it's a lot of time the kids don't have that skill to adjust. They just kind of reach out with their glove and hopefully hits the glove, and maybe they can catch it instead of moving to the ball, wherever the ball is thrown. If the ball is thrown to your right, move to your right, and then after that try to center it where the ball, so you can catch the ball at the chest. So that's one thing to explain to the kids how the importance of having the footwork skills just for a particular activity. The second one is the Standard 3.1, and this one actually talks about how to demonstrate how to warm up muscles and joints before running, jumping, kicking, throwing, and striking. In baseball, when I coach, I coached a little bit at college, and I coached a lot of younger kids, like Little League, about 10, 12 years old, even 13, 14. And a lot of times the first thing they do is just do a quick warm-up, which is a jog from either to the fence and back, and then the stretches of there's the hamstrings, the quads, especially the arms, like the deltoids, the bicep, the triceps, a lot of the arm muscles, leg muscles, and back muscles, mainly because you want to stretch out your muscles, loosen them up, and especially the joints, because there's a lot of times when you just kind of pick up a ball and start throwing, you could cause injury to the shoulder, elbow, or any of those muscles, and the muscles are tensing up. So you want to actually loosen them up, warm up the body, warm up the muscles, get that heart rate, get the blood flowing, and to reduce any kind of risk. And for PE, same idea. It's just for warming up the muscles. Just in PE, a lot of those kids are not participating in physical activity, so they're not very familiar on the importance of warming up and what kind of role does it play on just reducing of injuries or any type of muscle cramps, for example. And for a teacher to demonstrate the type of stretches or agility exercise, even a slight movement patterns could actually benefit for the kids, and to pass down the knowledge to them on why the benefits of warming up and stretching is just not a type of a command or demand for them to do, or to even kill time for the moment. And it's actually, there's some very important beneficials for just to warm up and stretching out the joints and muscles, and even labeling the muscles and when you're stretching a particular muscle or joint, anything like that. So before any kind of vigorous activities, it's very important for a teacher or a coach to demonstrate any type of muscle or any type of warm-ups for that. The other standard I wanted to cover that actually caught my attention was the Standard 4.3, develop and describe 3 short-term and 3 long-term fitness goals. I think this caught my interest because of the goals for, especially for 5th grade, for them to kind of brainstorm on what's important for them, and to kind of jot down any kind of goals they want to accomplish and shorten it and give it narrow goals so they could try to shoot for something and shoot for a goal, and for them to actually try to achieve something, especially in fitness, because just for the healthy lifestyle and to impact their health, and for them an extra motivation for them to be fit. Another and last standard I want to cover, which is in high school, and this one actually was a high school standard 3.6, invite others to join in aerobic activity. Important for me that I want to cover for this is because in high school, many of the kids in high school are either done with their growth spurts or about to finish in growth spurts, depending, in the 9th to 11th grade, many of them stop growing. So for them to be motivated, a lot of times why not bring someone else? Many times it's kind of hard to motivate yourself, because you don't know, or just because you're not having someone else to push you or anything, for those kind of reasons. So why not bring someone else to kind of push you and motivate each other, and reinforce each other actually on how good of a job one is doing. So why not do that? So I think that for me in high school, because right before they're about to hit adulthood, you can get somebody to kind of help you out and push each other. So those are the standards that I wanted to cover that caught my attention, and I think for all of those standards I just cover, and I think for those covering the components of the 4 C's is critical thinking is I think for 5th grade, even high school actually, it's very tough for them to come up with ideas if they're not familiar and knowledgeable about that. So for critical thinking, it's for them to come up with ideas and find reason for the importance of even to warm up, the importance on labeling the muscle groups or the type of warm-ups, and what type of warm-ups is targeting them, what kind of muscles or joints, more than the muscles, just to kind of keep it general. And collaboration and communication, I think a lot of times that kind of work together, because when you collaborate with someone, it's a lot of times you're going to communicate with each other, and with that hand they can actually talk about or discuss on the importance of warming up, the importance of setting goals for them to achieve, and also to how to develop the skills, maybe like in the forward, to adjust to any offset and throw in baseball. And in baseball, a lot of times you have to work together. It's a team sport, so they have to kind of collaborate together. So many times, if one is actually making improper or mechanics, is you have a teammate to kind of push them and tell them like, hey, you have to kind of shuffle your feet and demonstrate for them, instead of coach on all the time do it. So instead of depending on the coaches, why not actually work together and help each other to collaborate and actually communicate also in sports. Like I said, baseball, you have to communicate all the time and just tell each other how many outs, or where am I gonna, if ball comes to you, I'm gonna throw it to you, or how many runners on base, that all kind of stuff. So communication is very important, and creativity for PEs, it's a way for 5th graders, actually the one that covered, for them to come up with the new exercises or new warm-ups for them to work together, or actually come up with ideas, new warm-ups, even look up or research on other ways to work out in the same group that we covered, or stretches. So for them to come up with ideas and the reasons for it, is a way for them to come up and be creative in PE. Alright, well, that is all for my Unit 2 video response. You guys have a good one.